Good evening, and thank you for sharing the orators' messages. I know you sending them on WhatsApp. It's your data, but if it's worth it, I think we will be able to achieve a few things, if not a lot of things, in our lifetime. Now, I managed to get a refined copy of the Willie Lynch speech. Let us make a slave. Which I feel has a lot of aspects that do affect our daily lives as black people, as Africans. Now, like I said, my messages are not racial, but it is, if poverty was not racial, then we wouldn't have a lot of it, stinking poverty affecting mainly the black man. Now, my people, there is a lot of things that we have to change amongst us. One of them is the way we articulate messages to our children. The medium that we transmit messages to our children. Well, I'm conversing in English. It's fine. I will reach a broader, I think, audience, because it is a language that has been put out there, a business language, so to say. Now, how do we break our societies from chains and generations of poverty? I feel that the starting point is the language. The language is very important because language in itself, let me quote, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll quote. Well, this is on the Willie Lynch speech, still on it. The subheading was controlled language. These are the means that he was suggesting that would make the slaves to be kept for a very long time. Now, crossbreeding completed, for further severance from the original beginning, we must completely destroy the mother tongue of both the new nigger and new mule, institute a new language that involves the new life's work of both. You know, language is a peculiar institution. It leads to the heart of people. The more a foreigner knows about the language of another country, the more he is able to move through all levels of that society. Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country, to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invasion of a foreign culture. For example, if you take a slave, if you teach him all about your language, he will know all your secrets. He is then no more a slave, for you can fool him. Now, the most important aspect I wanted us to take to heart is the importance of our languages. Well, if you look at the way we are now weighing or probably assessing our children's mental prowess or their mental ability, when we have family gatherings, for example, if my child speaks the best English, then all my uncles and aunts say, yes, he has taught his child well. Now, my child cannot even greet her grandmother in proper Shona, and I am expected to be a proud father. What am I teaching my child? I'm teaching her the business language. But is that relevant for her community, or am I catapulting my child to levels of more and more slavery, more and more days where she'll be working for somebody else? Her community is a community made up of Ndebele and Shona. So how do I make my child be relevant in a society when she cannot even speak a proper sentence? So our language was attacked when slavery was at its peak, when the partitioning of Africa was at its peak. Chinese have managed to counter the measures that were done. Now everyone else in the world is learning Mandarin. So if you want to go and invest, or if you want to do business with them, they don't want to learn your language. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but all I'm saying is the importance of our languages. If ever we want to develop our communities, we have to be relevant in our communities, in the local state, in the local constituency, in the local district, in the local township that you are in. You have to be relevant. Then that community will have children that have been educated. But if you educate them, give them English, which is not relevant in their communities, how do we stop people from becoming more and more enslaved? It's a very difficult thing for us to actually get out of. However, the moment you discover the importance of our languages, our dialects. I've never heard of a foreign investor that came to Africa who learned Zulu, Shona, Ndebele, Shangani, Pedi to come and invest in Africa. But we learn French, we learn Germany because we want to go and be au pairs, we want to go and be butlers out there. How do we navigate and change this system if we're not going to break what has been built? Let's teach our children business in their local sense, such that we are proudly African. Let's break these frontiers, so to say. Unfortunately, it's always difficult to summarize a message. However, there's a very nice message on languages being a source of this beautiful vision that I have and a lot of youth have. If we were to break whatever system that everyone has been under, the yoke that everyone has been under. So thank you very much, and it's a good evening to you.